Shiraz, people. You know, Shiraz ain't going away. As much as some people might want it to, as much as Yellowtail tried to put the kibosh in the entire Australian wine industry, and by the way, did a hell of a job of it. No matter how much some people want that to happen to make their lives easier, it's not going to happen. And there's a reason for that. It's because great Shiraz is one of the great wines of the world. Man, you know, it's like saying foie gras can go away. Oh, sorry, California. But seriously, it is a wine that is destined to remain. Some of the greatest, oldest Syrah vineyards on the planet are in Australia, particularly in South Australia. Some of the greatest producers, some of the greatest trellising, some of the greatest winemaking techniques, some of the greatest history, the greatest clones. I mean, everything about it just screams, where the hell is it going? So, fact of the matter is, it's not going anywhere. And we're going to talk about that today with the Brothers in Arms 2019 Langhorne Creek Shiraz. Langhorne Creek is one of the earliest established areas in South Australia, planted in the 1880s, 1890s, and the Matala family, the Matala vineyard was one of the first to be planted there. Many of the original vines planted in the late 1880s and early 1890s still remain on this property, so there's a ton of century vine material here. Now, we started working with these guys in the early 2000s during the whole big kind of, you know, Grateful Palate rush, the great Aussie wine boom of the early 2000s, and we absolutely adored the wines. And it was great to come back to this wine, which unfortunately was a casualty of this kind of like no Shiraz type movement happening in America for still whatever reason, I don't know. We'll write a book someday. But in the meantime, we all get the benefit from that unfortunate circumstance. So this is Brothers in Arms 2019 Langhorne Creek Shiraz. Let's talk a minute. What do you think Shiraz is, right? What do you think Australian wine is? What's your concept? What's your thought process? What if I told you this is lower in alcohol than most of the wines coming from the Northern Rhone now? What if I told you this was lower in alcohol and higher in acidity than Napa Valley Cabernet? What if I told you that this wine was more elegant than some of the Pinot Noirs we've seen from the 2020 vintage in Burgundy? You'd laugh at me. Well, sorry, truth hurts. This is sublime, elegant, beautiful, balanced Shiraz from one of the greatest old vineyards in South Australia, made by the conscientious Adams family. No relation to the other. And I just absolutely adore this wine. It was already a deal at $25, right? They're not crazy. You're not trying to jack you, right? This isn't Oakville selling you 3-year-old vine Cabernet for $200. This is 100-year-old vine Shiraz at $25. But again, because of this unfortunate series of events that we are unfortunately benefiting from, we can roll this out to you today at $15 a bottle for a 93-point decanter, beautiful, gorgeous, slippery, balanced, sublime Shiraz. One of the greatest deals on red wine we have in the store. It doesn't matter where it came from. Word.